It's been relatively a hot minute since we did a draft prospect preview. Yeah, it's been a very hot minute. The last one was William Eklund, and it was actually a couple weeks ago because the Stanley Cup Finals rolled in, the Conference Finals rolled in along, they kept going along, and I just never had the time to make it. So here we are. It's the off season. We were talking about Luke Hughes today, and he is, my opinion, my projected fourth overall pick in the 2021 draft, which is the reason why I'm wearing the New Jersey Devils. Jack Hughes, Luke Hughes, it's got to happen. But first off, if you're new to the channel and haven't already subscribed, please make sure to do that as we're trying to get to 900 subscribers by the beginning of next season. I really would appreciate it. We're just going to try and keep rolling out the content. As I said in previous videos, it's been very fun to make these videos, relatively very fun. Adding to the playlist, that's just kind of a pet peeve I have. Seeing the videos increase in the playlist makes me happy. Making these videos, doing this content, growing the collection, growing my fan base, growing everything. It's so much fun. So I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Let's get into the preview for Luke Hughes. So Luke Hughes, there's a lot of things under him. He was born September 9th, 2003. He is a defenseman. That's a big thing. Looking at the Devils at fourth, you see their blue line. We're doing a franchise mode on them, in fact. You look at their blue line, you say to yourself, okay, so you have Ryan Murray, PK Subban, you have Ty Smith as another young guy. If you can bring in Luke Hughes at fourth overall, that pool improves even more. And we'll get into the teams that they'll select later. But you look at that alone, and you say to yourself, that's pretty damn good. So he's 176 pounds. That's a little bit underweight for a defenseman, but I would definitely say that by let's say the beginning of October or next season, whether he decides to play in this season or not, he will be a lot. He'll have a lot more pounds. And I've discussed Cody Glass multiple times, and with him, but he is a forward. Being a defenseman, you want to weigh a lot of pounds so you can lay the body and be a good defenseman. And generally, I look at that and say to myself, I'm like, all right, so makes sense. He's 6'2" in height as well. So he's decently high. He's not like Zdeno Chara height, but he's decently high. He's not lower defenseman. He's fast, but at the same time he can lay down the body as well. He's ranked 5th overall by Consolidated Ranking, 11th by EliteProspects.com, 1st by FC Hockey, 5th by Neutral Zone, 5th by Bob McKenzie, 4th by McKean's Hockey, 4th by TSN/Craig Button, ranked 4th by NHL Central Scouting, ranked 8th by Sportsnets, ranked 5th by Recruit Scouting, ranked 5th by Dauber Prospects, ranked 3rd, by Draft Prospects Hockey, ranked 4th by Smat Hockey, and ranked 5th by the Puck Authority. So you average that all out and you get 4th to 5th. So, yeah, I'd say he's a pretty notable defenseman, and you could argue he's the best defenseman in this draft. Yes, there is Owen Power, I understand that, but you look at Luke Hughes, he could go as high as 2nd, in all honesty, and that wouldn't surprise me if Seattle looks at him and says, hey, you may want to start on the blue line, get a solid blue line before you move on to the offense and get some scoring on that. So maybe they do select Luke Hughes at 2nd. Maybe Anaheim looks at, we have Drysdale developing. We have, you got Zegras on the offense. Maybe we do bring in a guy like Luke Hughes, make our defense just that much better. So that is definitely considerations that teams are going to look at. And let's say the Devils don't pick him. They pick Brandt Clark or something. He drops to 5th in Columbus. Columbus looks at him and considers him and is like, okay, he's not terrible. He's a solid. He has potential. Maybe we do pick him up. Maybe he would probably become the best prospect in our prospect pool. But generally, when I think of it, he looks best in a New Jersey Devils jersey. That's just how I look at it. His statistics in the college and Little Caesars and all that good stuff. So in 2018-2019 with Little Caesars, 15 and under, he played 71 games, had 22 goals, 61 assists for 83 freaking points. As a defenseman, 83 points as a defenseman. Now, granted, that was in 2018-19, so it's a 15 and under group. He obviously, 15 and under kids, some kids are bad, some kids are good. You're going to see point numbers like that. But I don't care what you say. That is ridiculously good. 83 points in just 71 games as a defenseman alone is really good. Really freaking good. 2019 to 2020 with the U.S. National U17 team. He played 48 games, had 7 goals, 21 assists for 38 points. That's fairly good as well. Now, he's not going to be scoring that 22 goals in a regular season. Maybe. Maybe he does. Maybe I could see him going up to as high as 25 goals in a season, with a shot like that. I think that's the highest I could see him going. The assists, I see him going as high as probably 80. He could very well assist a lot of goals. He's a good offensive, puck moving, but also good passing defenseman. So I think that's a very solid thing that the Devils and other teams are going to look at. With 2020-21, with the U.S. National 18 team, of course there was less games because of COVID. 38 games played, 6 goals, 28 assists for 34 points. In less games as well as compared to last season, another impressive statistic. So he took a big step up in this season to get just 6 more points, which is hella impressive. Honestly, you may not look like a big deal, but with a U18 team like them, it's pretty impressive to look at. Now, I do have a quote here from an unknown source saying that Hughes starts with perfect skating postures, settling comfortability into his stride as he darts around the ice. His skating habits are pretty stellar too. Hughes collects the pucks in stride, skates with his passes, and weaponizes movement and drawing opposing defenders to his orbit, creating spaces for his teammates. He's always looking to create advantages with the puck on his stick. And that's notable because, he's always looking for those advantages. He's always shooting those pucks. And, you got guys in front looking for those tips nowadays in the NHL. He's definitely going to be shooting pucks from the point, getting good opportunities. And just in all honesty, he's gonna look very good in the NHL when it comes to it. Now he may spend another season with the Team USA because, as we mentioned in the news time a couple days ago, I said that with William Eklund wanting to stay back in staying back in Sweden for another season, he could look at himself and be like, it would be great to go to the NHL right now. But I think I want to end my USA, college, however he goes, whatever path he goes to, career on a high note. That could be the route he goes. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And yeah, I'm honestly really excited to see how Luke Hughes is going to develop throughout everything. Thank y'all for watching. For all your support as of late, I really do appreciate it. And yeah, we're going to keep rolling out the content. Appreciate the support as of late. And I'll see you guys in the next video.